Good morning, FB fam. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope all is well with each of you. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So don't forget that to go to our Facebook page and like us. Get Me Through Wednesday. Go to that page and like that page so you can see some of the old videos and just be in connection with us. Also, go find us on YouTube under Cedric Nelms. Like that and subscribe to that. You'll see some old videos there as well. Also, we have a church app. So go on to your app store, type in Chosen Generation, and you should find us there so you can download the app. So you can keep in contact with us and most of all, track what we're doing and some of the things that we got going on and to be able to support us in different ways. Do that for us so that you can see what Chosen Generation got going on. So I hope all is well. We're going to get started here in a few minutes. Also, for the month of July, if you're in the Los Angeles, Long Beach, surrounding communities, Watts, Compton, Carson, Linwood, Lakewood, San Pedro area, we're going to be July is going to be our we're going to be inviting our co-workers to church. So if you are you are a co-worker of me and Sister Karen's, we are inviting you. We're going to be inviting you to come to church with us. If you are a past and co-worker of ours, we're going to be inviting you to come to church with us. So just be looking for that. But July is going to be our invite your co-worker to church month. If you are in the area and you want to come out, even if you're not a co-worker or have not been a co-worker of me or Sister Karen, we want to invite you to come out anyway and be a part of our worship service for the month of July. So let's get into this. Today I want to talk about something that I've experienced, and most of this stuff that a majority of the things that I talk about on Get Me Through Wednesdays I have experienced or going through or have gone through. Today I want to talk about asking. So I'm someone who has not been very good at asking. I don't ask people for help. I don't ask people for support. I'm not good at that, and so over the years and even in the last year, I've gotten better at that. Case in point, I had some folks over to the house this past Sunday sharing the vision. We rolled out our Vision 2022 to a group of about 8 folks. Came over to the house, we met, we had food for them, and we just rolled out our vision and shared with them our heart and where we see God moving us as far as the church is concerned. That was a stretch for me. That was a stretch for me because I figured out that if you don't ask people to support your vision or what you're doing, then you can't tell them what you need. So we can end the video right there. If you don't ask people to support your vision, you can't tell them what you need. So sometimes we get stuck because we don't ask people for support. It's like one of the things that I learned or have heard and I shared on Sunday. It's like a man who's broken down on the side of a road. He's sitting in his car and he gets frustrated because nobody will stop to help him. It's not until he gets out and starts pushing his car, It's not until he gets out and starts pushing his car that someone stops and comes along and helps him to push the car. It's not until people know that we need support that we can then tell them what we need and tell them how they can help us and tell them excuse me, tell them how we can tell them how we need them to come alongside us and support us. But it starts with the asking. It starts with asking people to do something. And sometimes we think that we should be ashamed for asking people. We should not be ashamed in asking people to do things. It's funny how kids don't mind asking you to do things. Kids don't mind asking you to support them. Kids don't mind asking you, can I get a cookie? Can I get some more juice? Can I make myself a sandwich? Can I go outside? Can I drive your car? Kids don't mind asking. They're going to ask whether you say yes or no. They still okay with the ask. Somewhere along the lines, we get caught up in when we become adults and when we become very staunch in our point of view to wherein we get scared of the ask. We get ashamed for asking people to support us or asking people to help us or asking people or asking people to follow us along a journey. Sometimes you got to ask people so that you can tell them what you need. You didn't go out on a date with your better half or with your spouse until you ask him or her to go out on a date. Then you were able to tell them what you wanted. If you didn't ask, you wouldn't be married. If you didn't ask, you wouldn't be dating that person. If you didn't ask, you wouldn't be in the position that you are with that person. You first have to ask people. So I want to encourage you that sometimes we get stuck in a rut and we get stuck in our situations because we get I don't know if we get lulled to sleep, if we get psyched out, but we get stuck in doing it this way and wanting it to happen, but then we don't ask other people to support us. In the scriptures, it talks about Nehemiah. Nehemiah cried and wept and prayed, and God sent him back to his hometown to rebuild a wall. Nehemiah started building a wall, but Nehemiah also figured out he had to ask some folks for some support. He couldn't build the wall by himself. So he had to implore some people, ask some folks, put some people in position, and in the asking, he was able to tell them what he needed. That's how the wall got built or rebuilt. What is the wall that you need to be built? What are some things that you need to do? What are some things that you want to get done? And you know you can't do it by yourself, but you're not asking people to support you. So I challenge you, ask some folks to support whatever it is that you got going on so that you can tell them what you need. We got friends, we got family, we got associates, we got co-workers, all these people around us on a daily basis, and nobody is talking about anything of any substance. What we talk about is surface level. What we deal with is very shallow. Let's get deep with some folks and ask them to support us with whatever our wall initiative might be. What is it that we need to get done? Is it a business that we need to get started? We need to ask some folks to help us. Is it a book we need to write? We need to ask some folks to help us. We need to ask people to support us in whatever it is that we're doing. That way you can tell them what you need and be able to tell them how they can support you. As I learned on Sunday, if you truly got friends, they'll support you. They just need to know what you need and how you want to lay this thing out. Your true friends will come alongside you and be there for you and will help you do whatever it is that God has laid on your heart. But you got to ask. If you don't ask, they can't help, and you can't tell them what you need. So don't be like the guy that's sitting in the car waiting for somebody to come and deliver assistance to him because his car is broke down. Because you're sitting instead of getting out and starting the push. I don't know who that spoke to. Maybe I needed it for myself, but I just wanted somebody to hear that. So don't get afraid in the ask. Be able to ask some folks for support so that you can tell them what you need so that then you guys can work together to carry out whatever the Lord has laid on your heart. I'm Pastor Said. You know I love you. God knows loves you best. Don't forget to go on our Facebook page, Get Me Through Wednesday, and like us. Go to our YouTube channel, Cedric Nelms Ministries. Subscribe to it. Go to your app, download a Chosen Generation app so that you can see what's going on and support us. July is invite your coworker to church. If you do not have a church home and you want to come to church and you have coworkers, let Chosen Generation be that place that you come. We got a word, we got worship, and most of all, we got AC for you. So be blessed. I love you. God loves you best. I'll see you next week.